Hey, Kyle, it's wonderful here again with another edition of the NJPW Backstage Comments. This will be from night 2 of G1 from July 17th. Excuse me, July 6th. Yeah, July 17th. I'm getting confused with the time differences. Sorry about that. But you can find these on YouTube and NJPWWorld.com. They have these for free with the subtitles for all the Japanese wrestlers, and then the guys that speak in English. So I know not everyone loves to read subtitles, so that's why I'm doing these. You can come. I also have the reviews up for each show that I do live as soon as they end each night, and then later that same day, or I'm doing it the next day now. Um, I'll come out with the backstage comments in English. I'm not going to act it out super intently, but I'll put a little bit of emphasis behind what I'm saying. So let's just get right into it. The first match was David Finlay and YOSHI-HASHI defeating Team Filthy, Royce Isaacs, and Tom Lawlor in 7 minutes, 30 seconds. Tom and Royce walk in really mad. Tom said, "Oh, and by the way, these are the only not safe for work. Um, the only videos you'll find on my channel that are not safe for work are these backstage segments." So anyway, Tom and Royce walk in mad, and Tom says, "Damn it!" And Royce says, "Sorry, I let the team down." Tom says, "Listen, I understand. I got a big win yesterday. It's fine. I understand. We'll be back. There's no doubt. The goal remains the same. The monster block, A block, where the bigger they are, the faster they die. And you're going to see it on the 26th when Lance Archer gets put to sleep. This is exactly what Team Filthy is all about. You're going to see a man made in the mold of all the best shooters that ever stepped foot in NJPW. I'll show all the shooters exactly who's the toughest of them all." So David Finlay then says, "I beat YOSHI-HASHI in the New Japan Cup, whooped his ass, matter of fact, because I can. You see, YOSHI-HASHI and I have never or have had a lot of the same accomplishments. We both won tag league, never six-man tag, IWGP tag titles. But the difference is I'm the youngest man to hold the six-man titles. I've done everything he has, but at a younger age. I know I've got bigger fish to fry before YOSHI-HASHI, but he was my partner tonight, so I got to talk about him. My stubbornness got in the way tonight. I thought I could take Team Filthy on my own. That's why I tagged myself in. But my plan went awry. That's okay, though. I wanted to prove a point to YOSHI-HASHI. Give him a front row seat to see just how effing good I am. On Wednesday, I've got Yujiro Takahashi. I'm going to beat you senseless. You can bring House of Torture. They'll all catch my shillelagh to the head. I'm going to win the G1 Climax. And you know why? Because you guys never expect me. Everyone was shocked when I made it so far in last year's New Japan Cup. So don't be shocked when I make it to the G1 finals. Then I'll be standing in the ring with all the confetti as the winner. Don't be shocked. Expect me. Decent promo here by Finlay. He just doesn't sound very tough with his voice. um, Juice is having the same problem with his heel promos. So after the next match, which was Bad Luck Fale and ELP El Phantasmo defeating Suzuki-guns, Lance Archer and Taka Michinoku. So Lance Archer tells the cameraman to get very close to him, and it doesn't get close enough, so he pulls it right up to his face. And Lance Archer's AEW manager is Jake the Snake Roberts. So Jake the Snake must be giving Archer some advice because he whispers just like Jake Roberts used to do and says, "I didn't come here to lose the Fale. The last time or I didn't come here to lose Fale. The last time we fought in 2019, I beat you. I hurt you. I took down the general. It's not going to be any different on the 20th when the Murder Hawk Monster and the Rogue General step in the ring. Two of the biggest and baddest sons of bitches in all of pro wrestling. But remember this, Fale, everybody dies." So he he did it better than me, but he was nowhere near as good as Jake the Snake Roberts does it. But you got to give Archer a little bit of a break. He was winded from the match, so I guess we're gonna see some more of that going forward. Bad Luck Fale then says, "Archer, you piece of crap. I don't give an F who you are or where you come from. You're here in Japan, and Japan is Bullet Club territory, and we do what we like. So here's what you deserve. F you." El Phantasmo walks in at the same time and says, "Yeah, F you. Who are you even talking about, Fale? Oh, Archer, F you. You're an 8-minute TV wrestler. Fale can go 15, 20 minutes, no effing problem, baby. Last night wasn't how I wanted it to go, but I think the fans saw something very special. ELP's first heavyweight match. And if that was my first match, then you just wait until I get my confidence hanging with those big boys, because this company doesn't know what they have in their hands. You might not know what this means, but you will. Good promo by ELP. No nonsense there. He's not in too jovial of a mood after last night's big loss. So the next match was all 4 United Empire members that are in the G1 defeating the House of Torture, all 4 of them. Yujiro says, "Hey Ospreay, remember me? 2 years ago, you and I fought to the death in G1. Let's do it again in Korakuen Hall." And then Evil says, "Aaron Henare, you stupid son of a... You got lucky today, bastard. You haven't changed at all, punk. I'll crush you in Osaka. Keep that in mind." Sho then says, "What the hell is United Empire's deal? You can't win on your own merits. You have to resort to dirty tactics. Allies, imperialists, none of them can be trusted. All scum. I don't know what kind of empire you hold, but you can't stand up to the House of Torture. Evil and Yujiro will prove that." So Sho obviously complaining about dirty tactics when that's all they do. That was the joke. It's not very funny because it's so boring to watch to watch House of Torture matches. So it's not really. That's more of a WWE joke where they're like, "Oh yeah, we have the same matches over and over," and they say it as a joking thing. But I'm not laughing because it's true. Don't do it. Don't be self-aware. Just don't do it. So anyway, all of United Empire now stands together. Great Khan says, "Hey, check out the matching gear. We just formed an alliance with the designer, Justin Davis. He is now supporting United Empire. We made this happen, a product of our own hard work. Your favorites are on TV, in magazines, on the radio, but that doesn't bring in scratch. But wrestlers like us can make collaborations with world-class brands like this. Understand? How many new fans come to our signing yesterday? Which other wrestler can do what we do? We've been here for only 2 years and we've done all this. That's PR for you. Let's show Let us show you this. Look at our supporters. Kaio, Koji, Justin Davis, Kei Yuko, and Yuda Kenshin are all part of the alliance. If you want to be allied with us, just slip in the cash in our DMs. In these fine threads, we will conquer G1." Jeff Cobb says, "Last night, I didn't make a comment because my head got rocked. I'm sorry I let you guys down. We didn't go 3-0 on our first day, but that doesn't mean we can't win. You're looking at the A, B, C, and D block winners, and all United Empire final at Budokan. I'm happy today because I got the team with my buddies, the United Empire, Justin Davis crew." Henare then says, "Well, Cobb's already said everything I was going to say. I made the biggest impact the G1 debutant has ever made when I pinned Tanahashi 1-2-3. And I know he stayed up all night, regretting not giving me a chance in the past. Today, I was honestly worried about Evil because he does anything to get a win. But if that's the best he has, I'm walking into that match confident. Then I'll make Zack tap out and ruin his technical name with my strength and power." Will Ospreay says, "Did you see the way Henare squeezed Dick Togo? Squeezed the life out of him to the point they just gave up. House of Torture, more like House of Puss. Speaking of puss, let's go get some." So he said it different than that, but some words I'm not going to say still because of the YouTube algorithm gods. They might not even have liked that, so I was already pushing the edge. Anyway, the next match was Bullet Club's Chase Owens and Jay White against former Bullet Club members Gedo and Tamatanga. So Tamatanga says, "I don't need you. I don't need you to chase me around. Or wait, sorry. I don't need to chase you around. No, you see, you're coming to me. That's right, both of you. Chase Owens, I've got you on the 20th in Sendai. You dirty little traitor. And you, Jay White, you're the main course of this G1, and I'm gonna get my fill." Jay White then says, "Welcome back to the episode 2 of the 2J show. As usual, Switchblade and Gedo are here. We have a special guest today, the crown jewel, Chase Owens. Welcome to the 2J show, Chase. You are the first inaugural guest. Tell the people what you have going on." And then Chase Owens says, "What an honor it is to be the first guest on the 2J show. What a great host. But Tamatanga, I hope you paid real close attention to what I did to Gedo. I'm going to do so much worse to you because you're not going to take it easy on you like I did to Gedo. I didn't need the package pile driver tonight. Tama, I owe you one for last year's G1. So I guarantee I will drop you on your head and earn 2 points." Then Jay mentions Chase turning on Tamatanga in San Francisco, and Jay says, the question's not why, but why did it take so long? What did you expect the man to do? You want him to just lie down and take that? Thank you very much to our guest today, the crown jewel, Chase Owens. I'm sure we'll have Chase back on the show. Gedo, anything on your mind? No. All right. Thanks for watching the 2J show. It's still my era, the Switchblade era. So the next match was Chaos, Gedo, and Okada teaming with Tanahashi to take on LIJ's Bushi, Sonata, and Naito. They defeated, by the way, I forgot to keep. Sorry, I wasn't saying who won the matches, but definitely go check out my review if you want to know more about the actual matches. So Naito says, my next match is a league match against Gedo in Sendai. This year's G1 has 7 to a block, 6 matches apiece. That means even one loss could spell disaster. But I have no doubt in my mind I will be victorious over Gedo in Sendai. No doubt. There are still a few days until our match. Gedo has time to find a waterfall to stand under. Or, if he wants, he can come to a family restaurant with me. Cabron. Gedo then says, Naito, I recognize how strong you are, but the moment I back down is the moment I die as a pro wrestler. I'll find a way to live no matter what. Then Okada says, looks like it's heating up in every block. Working with other guys who are fired up, the winning becomes contagious. But this is G1, so everyone's fired up. Today, Tanahashi and Gedo's strength came to the forefront. I have to say, I'm still banged up from yesterday, but those two pulled me through. They're both in C block, isn't that right? If one of them wants to face me, they better make it to the finals. Honestly, either of them could make it. See you there. Tanahashi then says, that was the 4th year in a row I dropped my opener. I found that out from reading a fan's tweet. I thought there'd be no way Tanahashi could end up like this. The robe I wore today is filled with feathers. Every time I wear it, some of the feathers fall out. The feathers may scatter, but Tanahashi won't. That's all from me. So now we're on to the 4 G1 matches, the league matches from the night. Tai Chi in his hometown defeated Ishii in a really good match in 15 minutes. So Miho Abe looks like she might have hurt her hand or wrist banging on the mat really hard. Tai Chi collapses to the floor and says, that's enough. Go that that's enough. No more. Don't make me fight Ishii again. I've thought about calling in today. I was curled up on my futon, mulling it over, but my mom woke me up and kicked me out of the house. I had no choice but to show up. And then my family came too, so I had to fight. And the reason I tried was for my YouTube subscribers. We need a guy like me these days, right? The times they are changing. It used to only be about what you did in the ring, but nowadays you have to build a connection outside the ring. A YouTuber and a pro wrestler? Why not? I'm not bothering anyone. I'm working hard as hell for NJPW and Bushi Road. So please don't make me fight Ishii again. And how old is he anyway? Almost 50? He shouldn't still be a monster. There was once a monster known as Jumbo Tsuruta. Ishii is another. Don't make me fight him again. I'm still not even clear if I won or lost. Ishii, thank you for lighting this fire in me as always. I'm grateful. For better or worse, you've helped make me. Probably for worse. But I'm heated up. Now I'll know I can win that trophy in Budokan, then celebrate it on my channel. I'm warmed up now. Let's go. So pretty good stuff there by Tai Chi. No comments from Ishii. Really physical match. And really putting over that Ishii lit a fire under him where when Tai Chi didn't even want to wrestle today. His mom kicked him out of the house and he had to go wrestle in front of his hometown fans. So then when he got here and Ishii lit a fire under him, now he's fired up. So that's some pretty good storytelling there. The worst match of the night by far, Toru Yano defeating Jonah with a hit to the yam bags and got a count out. Jonah's all mad and says, what the F was that? I came here for professional wrestling, not this glorified sports entertainer. He cheats. He hit me and Tito in the nutsack. Now we got to go back to the hotel room and ice our balls. Yeah, great night. Great night. Then Yano runs by and says, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I don't want any more. No more. This was only day 2. Only the first league match. No more. The mayor's here watching us today. This is shameful. I don't want to do it anymore. I want to go home. Yes, please go home, Yano. Never come back. Go to DDT with the rest of the goofs. I never want to see you in G1, let alone an NJPW ring ever again. Please leave, Gedo. Go away. And not Gedo, I meant Yano. To me, if you missed my review, by having that, we all know that a Yano match is going to be crap. We've been watching his bullshit for years, but he ruined the Sabre Jr. Kenta match for me, the match after this, which I was really looking forward to, that Zack Sabre Jr. Kenta match, and I should just go watch it again and enjoy it for what it was. But no, I was too upset because Yano's a dick. Get him out of G1. Get him out of NJPW. I never want to see him again. Go to some promotion like DDT that I don't watch because I know it's a bunch of clowns and a bunch of goofs just like you. And don't ever let Takesha go back to DDT, by the way. He's too good for that shit. So anyway, that was my little promo there. We got some pretty heavy-duty promos now. It was the Zack Sabre Jr. Kenta match. Zack Sabre won in a really good match. Got the victory in 21 and a half minutes. So Kenta's the first one to say, talk, and Kenta says, "What the hell? I didn't tap out. I didn't. Did I? Did I? It didn't look like I did because I didn't. What's with the ref? He's new, isn't he? I don't remember seeing him before. And what's up with all the red? That's so lame. I didn't tap. I didn't. Understand? Understand? I didn't. He's saying I tapped when I was just reaching for my elbow. It wasn't a tap. I hate those who say they don't tap when they clearly did. But in this case, I certainly didn't tap. Isn't this messed up? I'm not wrong here, am I? Let's sit. What the hell is with Zack? Isn't he getting awfully cocky? Senpai, what the hell? Then Kenta speaks in English and says, Zack, I don't know if you remember this. A few years ago, I was really struggling in WWE, and then you texted me. You encouraged me. Do you remember? It was like you understood what I was struggling with. I will never, ever forget. But I hate the 2022 version of Zack Sabre Jr. Next time, I'm going to beat you up, okay? Hey, Zack, thank you, and F you. And then back in Japanese now, Kenta says, what I'm trying to say here is what I have to say is the army of thirsty reporters. I won't be pitching my new book here anymore. Then Kenta leaves and his new book is on the ground. So the camera pans in. Pretty interesting there. I'll talk about Kenta after we go through the Zack promo here. So Zack Sabre Jr. in Japanese says, oh, Kenta-san, thank you so much for the training lesson today. I'm ever so grateful for your mentorship. Please keep helping me. Now in English, Zack says, what a crock of BS. Kenta, I owe you a lot. In 2011, Pro Wrestling Noah came to the UK. I got the biggest opportunity in my life to wrestle you. It's been a reoccurring pattern throughout my life, you beating the absolute bollocks out of me. But you beating the bollocks out of me got me to the spot at the at Noah Dojo. Sorry. My dream since I was 14 was to get to Japan and become a pro wrestler, and not only wrestle in Japan, but train at the dojo and immerse myself in the culture. And when I got to the dojo, shock and horror, you were there every day and beat the ever-living bollocks out of me. Then we separated. You went to the Worldwide Wrestling Federation, and I left Noah to become the best technical wrestler in the world. I won tournaments and titles all around the global independent scene. Even my school counselor laughed when I told him as a teenager I wanted to be in NJPW. I was so skinny, I couldn't blame him. So I finally get to New Japan. After I established myself, guess who shows up? My old senpai. And guess what? We were paired together in G1. And once again, you beat the absolute piss out of me. But this time, I was the best technical wrestler in the world. So what did I do? I tapped you out, darling, didn't I? Sweet cheeks. When the pandemic hit, I decided to stay here. My destiny, and I don't even believe in destiny, but I don't even know what else to call it. But my destiny is to become the IWGP World Heavyweight Champion. But for some reason, when the pandemic hit, I lost my mojo. At least my singles mojo. I won the tag belts, but I couldn't put it together in singles. So I lost to you in the G1 2020 and last year in Osaka. I lost to you again. But I know why. Because even though I've got the brain of a rocket scientist, I've got a little bit of ego in me. But when I get in with my old senpai, I get a little excited. I want to fight. I want to get stuck in. I might look like a bowl of noodles, and that's grating as a man. but I do have a lot of pride, and that's the what got the better of me. But not this year, Kenta. Not this year, huh? You think you were pulling up? No chance. I've got so many submissions, nobody can touch me. No one can touch the Ian Techers. No one can touch me in pro wrestling, and no one can touch this soy boy. Kenta, you were telling me in the ring you'd make me dinner after. Well, you can make me dinner tonight and make sure it's vegan. Kenta, your days of being my senpai are over. Now I'm the senpai. So good stuff here between oh my gosh, great stuff here between Zach and Kenta. Really just shows you, like, if you just let the guys talk and say what they have in their mind, not give them a script, allow them to talk about other companies, allow them to talk about their real life stuff. We probably not the first time we've heard all this story, but if this is new to you, it really shows how obviously Zach and Kenta are best friends in real life and love each other because of how Kenta, Kenta helped Zach fulfill his dream, and then Zach was there to comfort Kenta, who was then struggling in WWE. And when Kenta said that, oh, it felt like he knew exactly what I was going through. That's because Zach did know exactly what Kenta was going through, going to a new country, going through a different culture, and going to a different style of professional wrestling. So great stuff overall. Definitely, I'm gonna go back and watch this match again before Wednesday night's G1 night 3. So our final this week was Juice Robinson defeating Shingo in Shingo's hometown. So Shingo did not get the mic at the end of the match in front of the ring. That was Juice who said in the ring, "The dragon is dead. Goodbye, Shingo. Finlay sucks. YOSHI-HASHI sucks. Yujiro sucks. El Phantasmo is okay. Will Ospreay, Juice Robinson is the IWGP US champion. 1 down, 5 to go. Nobody's touching me." Then Juice gets up, looks at the crowd, and normally, the crowd has been loving Juice Robinson for so long now. Juice just tells the crowd, "F you," and walks away. So they don't get their hometown guy. They get someone they used to love saying "F you" to them instead. So while that was happening, Shingo in the back says, "He got me. He got me. I can't make any excuses. Way to get off to a good start, Shingo. Juice beat me 3 years ago in G1. I was looking to avenge that loss today, but I suffered the same result again. But 3 years ago, our match wasn't featured. This time, we were in the Sapporo main event. I suppose that means we've both raised our names. But at the end of the day, the first match is damn important. But no point in moping. Take each match as it comes. I just have to move on like always. Hey, I am Shingo Tagagi, and this is how I roll. Look at last year. I can come back from the bottom. Any questions?" And then an interviewer asks Shingo, "With only 6 league matches, each one is crucial. It'll be difficult to make up ground from this." So Shingo says, "I was looking to win the block undefeated, but nothing comes that easily in G1. I may be hurt, but my mind is still strong. I'm not down, not yet. One thing, Juice, use your knuckles. You use your knuckles too much. In pro wrestling, open fist. Try to remember." So now in the back, Juice just quickly says, "You see this US title right here? It belongs to me. You hear? Not Shingo, Finlay, Yujiro, YOSHI-HASHI, not even ELP. But this title will never, ever belong to that POS Ospreay. Last time he was in the ring with me, I pinned his British shoulders to the canvas. 1, 2, 3. I am the IWGP US champion, not nobody else. Nobody. Deal with it." So I've been hating Juice's promos. I like his new heel persona, but he does not sound like a tough guy whatsoever. He was perfect in the ladies' man role. Um, but the heel version of it sucks. Straight up. But yeah, nothing sucks worse than Yano. So please, I never want to see Yano ever again. Unfortunately, we got probably 15, 16 more Yano matches in this G1. And not all of them in the G1, some in the tag matches, but it's still going to be clowning around all the stuff we've already seen before. So no sense in really complaining too much. People have been complaining for years. Um, and that hasn't gotten anybody anywhere, and everybody's just tired of hearing about it at this point. So I'm gonna get going. I will be back Wednesday as soon as G1 ends, and then later on Wednesday I'll put up the backstage comments just like this video. So thanks for tuning in. I'll talk to you guys again real soon. Have a good one. Peace.